Hello, Miss Ellen. Hello, finest Shandy. My girls are here. So it's extra special when my girls are on. Hi, everyone. Ekaleo shalafia wow. How's everybody doing? Good evening, Miss Ellen Sanctuary. How are you? Hi, everybody. Hello, Miss Abdina. How are you? Hello. You hold on 1 second. Who was that? Yusuf Babatunde. How are you? Hi, everyone. Ekale. Ekabosi. Sorry to I. I think she was in Sunny. So if anyone is on Facebook, let me do this. Okay, that's much better. I'm just trying to adjust stuff here. Hello, TikTok family. Okay, much better. If anyone's on Facebook, can you confirm if you're able to see me? Because I was getting an alert on Facebook that they had issues with broadcast and all. Let's put this one down that way a little bit. Okay. Hi everyone. Ekabo, Ekale, Ekaro, wherever you are. I hope everybody has had a blessed week. This weather wants to have me sick, but the devil is a liar. Shame. What do we want? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Right? The devil is a lie. It is well with you. By his stripes you are made whole. I think usually, and I sometimes have that, especially when we're changing seasons. Going from summer to fall, and then from spring to summer. That's me. And yeah, so hello, Mr. Maggie. You should. Where have you been? You've been really quiet. Like, come think of it. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. Like, I'm looking stress free. So you have. See, that's what happens when I don't hear from you. The stress goes. The stress goes away. It's been a minute. How are you, though? Anyway, hi everyone. This is attorney. This is attorney Abisola Adebola Olale, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing. Hello, Miss Tina. If someone is on Facebook, anyone who's on Facebook, because I can see y'all, like, hello, Miss Giwa. How are you? I'm raving in here to say happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you as well. Whoever's on Facebook, if you can confirm that you're able to see me okay. Because like I said, I got an alert that we're having people were not able to stream live or whatever. So anyone, somebody, anybody, that'll be very appreciated. Hi, Miss Tina. How are you? I'm an immigration attorney based in Alabama, but we represent immigration clients in all 50 states. It doesn't matter what state you live in, we represent immigration clients. Yes, I may look stress-free because it was like, the marathon. The marathon this week. We had 51 cases. 5-1. And I had to review every single case. And still had criminal court today, all morning, and Slim Mom. It was, I'm literally going to go sleep and taking tomorrow off. I got a few consultations, but nothing before noon. So, but we thank God, it was like everything's got to get out. So the last batch went out today. At least, and yeah, and somebody called our office yesterday, like, I said, enjoy, thank you. Get kids were out before Monday. No. So anyway, let's talk immigration. If you need to contact our office, our contact information is number is 334-341-4475. You can also visit our website at olalayalawfirm.com. Email info@olalayalawfirm.com. Text, WhatsApp, direct text, SIM number, We'll be glad and more than happy to help you with your immigration case. Yes, thank you, Miss Ellers. And if you're on Instagram, if you scroll through the comments, you will see that information on there. And if you are on YouTube, Ms. Abina has you all covered up there on there as well. Good to know, Miss Tina. And we do this every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then whatever standard time you're in, ask Google. Yeah. But let us know how we can help you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm telling you, we are the queens and kings of last minute. Do I do it too? Yes, I'm guilty of that, but not that kind of. I was like, I haven't slept. There's no way in hell or heaven I'm even taking that on. It's not even like Isaiah is off the rest of the week. That's how crazy it's been. Like, poor guy. If it's still working with me after this week, then we're good. It's off. Carla, it was just a marathon, but we just thank God for strength. On Tuesday, we had to cut the program short. I don't think I went to bed until I want to say the last I remember when my head hit my pillow was 3:27 a.m. It was not funny. It was not even funny. So, but it's great. This is what I love. I love immigration work, and we're able to help clients get the fee increase. And so let's talk about that. Tonight we're going to talk about fees and then catch up on the questions that we could not get to on Tuesday. Just a reminder, and like I said, if you need our help, contact information is on the. If you scroll all the way up on TikTok, you will see that. On YouTube and on Facebook, it's scrolling across the screen, and on Instagram, you've got it. Hey, Mama, my mama is on. Everybody say hi to my mother. I did turn 63. That's my mother. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Well, I call 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Bank is my younger brother. Hey, Mama. Welcome. Okay, let's get to it. So, just a reminder that Monday fees go up. It's not April Fool's Day. It's not. Hi, Mama. Everybody's saying hello to you. It's not. It's been a while. Yeah. Where have you been? That's true. But I joined live last. Oh, God. Although I saw her in person, 2 weeks ago. Oh, God. Ain't come on, Shakoni. We're looking for your mother's trouble. I'm about to say something like, let me not say it. Because I won't hear the last of it. But anyway, before I forget, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to build our audience on there, and share, like, follow, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook at Olale Immigration. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it's not April Fool's Day. Well, it is April 1st, but fees are going up, especially for those who are going to be filing the regular marriage-based case. The thing about fees is this. At the end of the day, it's just like when the current fees, which will change on Monday, when that was about to increase, it was the same thing, rushed to me, but we came to get used to the new fees, and it was that way for, I think, the last 8 years. So my point is, come Monday, it's going to be the same thing. People are going to fuss, and then eventually, because they know people want to migrate to the United States, you're going to pay the fees and just keep it moving. So my point is, you still have time. If you're still trying to get your case out, you still have time to send your package between today and be on FedEx or UPS, mention Sunday, I don't know, and Saturday. Here's why I'm saying you still have time. The fees will go up and will apply to those cases that are mailed postmarked, meaning mailed on, it's not April Fool's Day, I'm telling you, mailed on April 1st or after. So if you mail your application either tomorrow or Saturday, and in some places, I know FedEx is open on Sunday. As long as you mail it, it is postmarked, meaning they look on your envelope and the date that is accepted by either USPS, UPS, FedEx is before April 1st, 2024, then even if USCIS receives it after April 1st, 2024, as long as you mailed it and the mailing envelope has evidence of the dates before April 1st, then you still will qualify to pay the current fees up until when you mail it, as long as it is mailed, I would say probably by Saturday, just so you have a clear day, to 1 day in between that would show that, whatever carrier you're using, they have stamped it before April 1st. So that is, hello, Mr. Kelvin. That is important. That is an important part of what's going on. So you still have that time to do that. But come April 1st, that's just what it is. There were some organizations, let me see if anything came up before I came on. They filed a lawsuit in court trying to stop fee increase. Let's see. Okay. So right now, as far as we know right now, as for this time, no judge has granted that injunction to prevent the fees from going into effect on April 1st. Now, tomorrow is still a working day for federal agencies, because I think USPS is open tomorrow. So I don't think they federal agencies observe Good Friday or even the Monday after Easter Sunday. So my point is, tomorrow is still a working day, so anything can still happen tomorrow. And if that's the case, we'll be sure to let you know. But as far as I know, its fees are going to go up, and then that's it. Anyway, so you have tomorrow, you have Saturday if you still have to send something out. So go ahead and do that and or take advantage of being able to pay the regular fees. If you're looking for what the fees will be moving forward, starting on April 1st, if you go on our website, otherlandlawfirm.com, we have a link directly to the fee schedule, which will go into effect on April 1st. So you know exactly what the fee you're going to be paying is for the immigration application or petition you're going to be filing. So that's all she wrote, people. That's all she wrote. Just wanted to let you know we still have time. I don't know that you have any lawyer who's going to be able to do that. Well, let me not say that. I know I'm not. No, I don't need that kind of heart attack. But if you're doing a simple thing like, renewal of your work permit, or filing a new work permit, whatever the case may be, and you're having to pay filing fees, the good thing is this, and I'm going to wait to see, because I expect that the USCIS fee calculator is going to change, because that's one of the things that I swear by all day, every day. Even though I know that, for instance, I-45 was $1,225, I still use fee calculator just in case. So there are people sometimes don't even mind check out. So just in case, I go on the USCIS fee calculator, calculate the fee, attach it to the application, and so that they're very clear. Because I've had a case where if a child is filing under age of 14, filing with a parent, as of today, that child will pay $750 for their I-45. I've had cases being rejected, claiming and telling me that the child should be paying $1,225. So we resend it and say, and I do the math for them. I'm not, because it's frustrating to have to do the work all over again. So we have a cover page doing the math, like this child was born, so year. That makes, by calculation, if you subtract this that year from 2023, this was last year, you would get 10. So the child was born 2013. Yeah. So, but I swear by that, and I say that to say this, for Vawa petitioners, starting April 1st, it looks like that's what they said. Like I said, anything can still change tomorrow. But starting April 1st, all things being equal, starting April 1st, Vawa petitioners will actually have fees waived for not just the Vawa petition, but any application that is going to be a companion application to your Vawa petition. An example would be if you're filing your Vawa petition, as long as it stays the way it is, because just keep in mind, everything can change. But as long as things stay the way they are and no injunction goes into place, then on I-45 being filed with a Vawa case, for instance, you would not have to pay any filing fees. An I-765, you won't have to pay filing fees for VAWA self-petitions. It doesn't mean you have to go file for VAWA if you don't have a case, but just so you know that that's something you can look towards. That's all she wrote. Okay. Simple, real quick, and let's see. Yes, and let's get into questions. Disclaimer: discussions through this live is general information and nothing specific to anyone's case. So kindly schedule a paid consultation. Paid in uppercase. Emphasis. Emphasis unpaid. To sketch. So that may be because I haven't seen anyone confirm for me on Facebook if they're able to see. But anyway, so please share, like, follow, subscribe. We would appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's what someone was saying earlier on, that there was an issue showing on Facebook. But anyway, they can always go on YouTube and watch that. Okay, let's go to, let me start on Instagram. I started on TikTok last time. All right. So if I couldn't get to your question on Tuesday, this is a chance to get it answered now. Okay. Aw, good evening. I always look forward to your live session. Seeing your face just makes me so happy. Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Being with everyone is really uplifting and encouraging. I mean, there's nothing like coming together and just knowing you've got the same, you've got that same agenda, for lack of a better word than I'm looking for. But being in a space where people have, common goals with you and just wanting to just, have stability in this foreign land that we have found ourselves. But thank you. We decree and declare, Miss Abena, but that by his stripes you have been made healed and whole. Sickness has no hold over us. Yes, all my girls are here. It is well, it is well, it is well. Can the dissolution of my previous customary marriage be done here in the US, or does it need to be done in Nigeria? And is there a specific template for that? There is no specific template, and there's no customary marriage court in the United States. That's not something that is part of your system. But because if you have a general information, nothing specific to anybody's case, if you had a customary marriage, then all you need really is an affidavit stating when the marriage was dissolved, how it was dissolved, in the sense of, okay, especially for instance, when an Islamic marriage, all you need is an affidavit from the man saying that I pronounced 3 times that I divorced you, end of story. Or you can also use an affidavit saying that the dowry or bride price was returned, the person that it was returned to, when it was returned. That's basically what you need. I see a lot of people going to get customary court decree from customary courts because we have customary courts in Nigeria. Yes, that's good and all that. The thing is that now USCIS is now looking to verify whether or not those decrees are coming from the customary court. And given the fact that there is no requirement like a high court decree, then that is becoming something that I'm not really sure why people are doing that when you don't have to. You're creating even more issues. So what I have done, advise my clients to do, is get an affidavit. That's all you need in a customary marriage. And it's even good because there's no format that is specified. If you go on the reciprocity schedule, which is where USCIS also has to go, that's information that is put there by the U.S. Department of State. They go by country, according to each country, what the documents that will satisfy each requirement is. If you go on the reciprocity schedule, or just type in reciprocity schedule on Google, it will take you there. Click on Nigeria. You will see specifically that it states that there is no requirement of a legal documentation. It doesn't get better than that. So when she high registry marriage, and you can she decree absolute. Why? But why? But why? A word is enough for the wise. There we go. Okay, I hope that clarifies for you. Good evening, finest Shani, our rich auntie. That auntie is not only rich, she's fine. So her username just fits her. I mean, I'm telling you. No, Miss Finance Shandy, let him imagine, let him bring it on. Let me go ready. I'm ready for him. Greetings from South Dakota. Okay. I think that was your question. Let's see. Yes. Amen, amen, amen. Okay. Thank you, Finance Shandy. Last minute plans, I'm telling you. Isaiah, I'm telling you, knock on wood, he is a blessing. All my paralegals are very, and Attorney Gosha, I love my team. I love my team, but I think Isaiah is the in charge of assembly of cases. So that also is why I know this. He doesn't even like I'm off the rest of it. Like I ain't fighting that. I'm not. So yes, very, very grateful to have the team that I have. Yeah, Grandma, everybody says it's been a while. Yep. She said sorry though, but yeah. Hello, Mr. Kelvin. Shall I feel fee increase is not it's not April Fool. I think back in it and so yeah, but we'll just see. We'll see. I just love the way you write your detailed cover letters. Helps the officers' jobs easier. Thank you, Mr. Maggi. I literally I had an interview, Balash interview, sometime last year, Sha. I can't remember, sometime last year, where it was an abuse case. I self-inflicted an abuse case that the officer, by the time my client got there before I did, and by the time I got on, the officer was like, I really just want to take, and she was saying, where I just told your client, but I want to tell you that I've never seen a case be packaged like this. Like, you made my job so easy. I have no questions for your client. I was like, oh, okay. So we're talking about something different. You're like, okay, let's just kill the 10 minutes we have. I was like, and that made me feel really good. So I appreciate that. Yeah. I've had, true story, I've had other attorneys that, when if for instance I'm referring someone out, maybe they're switching from a regular marriage case to a VAR case, and they'll ask for my templates. Like, no, I don't play that. Hello, Shiti. Hello, template. Hello, she let that to. Can a pending asylum petition travel with just advanced parole without a passport? Talking about asylum, I know I had said on Tuesday we're going to talk about asylum and marriage, but I because we couldn't finish questions on Tuesday, I wanted to maximize the time, so I still would do that topic. But when you say can a pending asylum petitioner travel with just advanced parole without a passport? Advanced parole is not in place of your passport. You still need your documentation and your travel document, rather. And that is either you have a refugee travel document or you have a passport. If you have not been granted asylee status, you're not eligible for a travel document. So it means that you still would need your home country passport in order to travel. Advanced parole does not take the place of a passport. Advanced parole is the equivalent of a visa. That's what that is. So just be clear on that. So if you leave without a passport then you don't have a travel document, you're not coming back in. Okay. Okay. I filed an NIW application. I did not know that I was required to submit ETA in 1989. Okay, I've received a receipt from USCIS. Do you think I should go ahead and submit? No, don't do that, because if you do that, I'm not sure if you did premium processing, but they will send you a request for evidence. Don't even worry about that. They will send you. They won't. You've gotten the receipt notice. They will send you an RFE. When they send you an RFE for that, then send it in. So your document is just not misplaced. Yes, positive vibes. Nothing like it. There's no negativity in the world. Tell your friends to come in with their questions now. What she said. She said it, not me. Can you file for citizenship while going through a divorce? If you're going through divorce, especially if you've been separated, then you don't have any marital union proof anymore. I mean, you're not in marital union. And so in that case, then if you are at the 5-year mark, then that will be, you can go through that and file based on being a permanent resident for 5 years. But if you're already going through a divorce, then you're not in marital union. So, you don't want to take that chance. So if you're not 5 years yet and you're going through a divorce, then my suggestion would be just wait until you hit the 5-year mark 90 days before, and then file on your own. My cousin has a question. No comment. No response. Okay, let's see. Mr. Mohammed, I'm doing okay. Hope you did not forget me. Mr. Abu, I responded to your email. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go on. Yeah, looks like, because I don't see, yeah, it looks like I may not be getting on Facebook, but oh well. Hello, Miss Christiana. Shalafialoa. Is it still required to file fee waiver forms for vow after April 1st? That's the whole point, Shane. I won't say your last name, because the goal is starting April 1st, you will not need the fee waiver form, because you would now be exempt from even paying filing fees for any application that's going to be related and adjudicated with your VAW petition. But like I've told, we've got several VAW cases that are ready to go out, but we're not sending them out, because if I can save my client, because I have a man who's filing for himself and 2 children, and he's already sent his filing fees to our office. And I was, when I came up on that, when USCIS put their policy, I was like, you know what, let's just hold on, because it looks like you may be able to save yourself, at least $3,000 or $4,000 if call April 1st, you don't have to pay filing fees. Why not? So I'm just going to wait, and then I would anticipate that they will update their fee calculator. And for me, that's important, because once you put in that information and based on what you're filing it on, it should be able to give you that information that you're not going to be paying filing fees. And then my plan is to now attach the calculated fee, which I would assume will be 0, to all our filings that we do April 1st and beyond. So that's what I would suggest that for you to do and wait till then to see. But that's what we are expecting to happen. So there would not be any requirement to file the waiver form anymore. I've been receiving my mails on the address and file. I got this update today. On March 22nd, the post office returned a notice was sent for your form. Okay. So did you change how did you change your address to start with? How did you change your address, Mr. Femi? How and when? Hello, Ms. Aminat. How are you? How and when did you change your address? Yeah, I mean, so if you multiply, I went to law school, so I don't have to do math. But what, 1,225 times 3, whatever that is. And come Monday, and if he doesn't have to pay anything, why not? I mean, if it was just him, that's different. But for 3 kids, and everybody is, well, immigrants work a lot. Most of us are working with. Listen, I think yesterday, after the whole rush yesterday, I got on my bed. I was like, let me just take 5 minutes before I get in the shower. 5 minutes became 2 hours. I was out. Because you know, so if one can help another immigrant save money, and then a lot of us have responsibilities back home. A lot of have family members we're taking care of back home. Okay, so you never change your address. Oh, so you want to change. So why do you want to change it if that's the same address? Well, anyway, you don't have. Hey, Miss Creasy, how are you? You cannot change your. You can submit it, but if you're changing your address, um, based on the pending Vawa case, you cannot do it online. You can, but it would not apply to your case. The reason being, it's a confidential case. Your safety is paramount, so they do not know who it is that is giving that information online. So the only way you can change your address, and I think I did a video on this, when it comes to a VAWA case, is either you have it done through your attorney. What I do for my clients is I have them complete an AR11 form. They fill it out, they scan it back to me. I email it to the Vermont Service Center, and they would respond to that email acknowledging that they have received the change of address. They will add that information to the file, but my office remains the mailing address. That's how we do it. If you do not have an attorney on your case, then you've got to physically send a letter to them and include proof of your identification so they know it's coming from you and not somebody else. Okay, let's see. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Is Florida giving issues with New York driver's license? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that. They've already said they would not recognize certain IDs, but I wouldn't know if that's policy is still being implemented or not. Am I eligible to apply for citizenship? I am a resident since 2015, but stayed in my home country for a few years and came back because I have green card. I have lost green card. When did you come back? Oh, okay. So Facebook is working. That's good. When did you come back? MRN. Okay, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓, when did your sister file the I-130 for you? Because you said you just filed an I-485. When did your sister file the I-130 on your behalf? Is it safe to have Medicare, you mean Medicaid, while your spouse is petitioning? If you are already getting public benefits and you're applying for a marriage-based case, that may pose a problem for you. After my visa interview, I was given a white paper to bring some certain documents and upload some. Okay, so what's your question? If an RFP was sent and USPS loses the mail, does it get updated online on the status page of USCIS? If you've created an account, then you should have a copy uploaded to your account. But if you do not receive, then there should be a date aware on your status of which show we sent you a request for evidence. If you don't receive by this date, you contact yada yada yada. If you don't receive it, and it's not on your account, then definitely you want to reach out to USCIS, because if you don't respond within the time frame given, then that's considered abandonment and they'll deny your case. Can I please ask, if I am an F1 student and my I-765 is approved, can I go apply for a job? That's the whole point of having the I-765, because that's work permit. But I'm not sure what you're asking, because if you're apply for I-765, which is a work permit, so you can work, then what are you asking if you can apply for a job? Hey, Ghanaian wife, how are you? How many years can valid green card file for citizenship after getting green card? If your abusive spouse was a citizen, 3 years after getting your green card. If your abusive spouse was a green card holder, 5 years. My probation ended 2021. When can I apply for N400? Usually, you're supposed to show good moral character for the last 5 years. So just to have a clear period, then I would say just wait until 2026, because that's going to be a clear 5 years since your probation ended. How long does a divorce take if it's from the court? From what court? Um, does having children on B1 visiting visa, utilizing Medicaid, it is Medicare for adults, affect immigration process to the U.S.? Can it affect you being able to come into the U.S.? Yes, I've seen that happen. I actually have a very, very close friend who was just not only denied a visa, she's been coming in and out, but the last time she had a baby, and I don't think she even, okay, yes, she applied for Medicaid benefits for the child. Anyway, long story short, she went to do Dropbox, was what she thought she was going to do. They told but they told her to come back, and what they did actually was they told her that they were refusing her visa because not only did she have a baby, but she applied for public benefits, and I think she was giving ill advice where she did not pay for a part, and then she applied for public benefits, and they actually canceled. They told her they refused her visa and actually put a 5-year ban on her. So that can have consequences. Does applying for DV lottery affect my F1 visa renewal? It shouldn't. Okay. The more you know. Who's that? I just jumped. Okay, that's where I stopped. How difficult is it to file for siblings? It's not a case of being difficult. It's a much longer process. Sibling petitions take anywhere from 15 to 17 years for them to be able to apply for green card, just status, or apply for an immigrant visa. So it's not like it's hard. It's just the process. It's the period, the length of the process. It's the longest category for visa petitions. Let's see. Can I still reapply for N400 after my naturalization is denied, criminal case is dismissed? First of all, sit down with a lawyer just to have your case evaluated and see whether or not it is best for you to apply. Now, the one thing you have to understand is this. I do criminal practice in Alabama. So I know that it's, and a lot of states have that practice too, where you're able to get something dismissed based on you completing some requirements or conditions and all that. The fact that you have now, because initially you may not have to enter any plea, and then once you're done with the conditions, then the court dismisses that. The fact that you get a dismissal on your case based on pretrial diversion and all that, and you're not convicted in your state, that still can't count as a conviction for immigration purposes. So in your case, it's best to consult with a lawyer and make sure that's not what it is, and that will determine when next to file, how soon you can refile for N400. Do you process EB2 national interest waiver visa for eligible applicants? Yes, we do. I got married before my asylum was filed. Can I also change my address after I receive my work permit? You don't have to wait your work permit, but if you want to wait just so it's on misplaced, then you can do that. Okay. Can I change from B1 to F1 if you're eligible? If you got your proof for F1 eligibility, then and you're still in valid status, then you should be able to do that. I can tell you how long a divorce is going to take in a U.S. court because every state is different. Every state is different. In my state, in Alabama, if you're doing an uncontested divorce, once you file, it's on the docket for 30 days. After 30 days, the judge enters an order. There's some states that require it to wait to be on the docket for 60 days. Every state is different. It's not divorce is not immigration law where it's uniform now. So that's a question for a lawyer in your state. Okay. If you come on a fiance visa and he breaks up with you, what do you do next? So when you say he breaks up with you, did you get married? Tanya, did you get married at least? That's the first question I have for you. If you got married and things still don't work out, and even if you get a divorce, as long as he is willing to sign an affidavit of support form for you, I-864, you're still eligible to apply for the green card. I'm not sure a lot of people know that. Even if you come out on a fiancé visa, you get married. You've got to get married. You get married, even if you're going through a divorce, so the marriage doesn't work out. As long as that petitioner, which a lot of them are not willing to do, but if you've got a petitioner willing to sign an I-864 for you, you're still eligible to apply for a green card. The problem comes if you never got married. If you did not get married at all after you came in on the K1 visa, you cannot change status to anything. You just can't, because the K1 is so restrictive where it's specific to the petitioner who filed for you, and the only other option you would have is to leave the country. If not, you just can't adjust status. That's just what the law is on that. Can my spouse file a green card for my 18-year-old child? As if your spouse is a citizen or even an LPR, and the marriage to your spouse happened before your child turned 18, they should be able to do that. Can I use my advance parole to travel out of the country? Generally, that's what it's for. It's advance parole is not for you to travel. Advance parole is for you to gain entry back into the United States. I don't know anything about your case, so I'm not telling you to go travel. I'm just telling you that as long as you've got a valid advance parole, you have a valid passport, no issues outside of unlawful presence, you should be fine. But if you have got to learn your case, consult with your lawyer. Okay. I want to bring my girl from the DR to US. What should I do? Sit down with a lawyer to figure out the process to do that. Okay. You gotta be kidding. My green card. My green card is not funny. My green card was issued with my husband's photo. Her green card was issued with, so basically, I'm assuming your husband is the Freddie, and I hope I pronounced the name correctly. I'm assuming your husband is a citizen. Your green card came with his photograph. You gotta be kidding me. Is that what happened? I need to talk to you about my citizenship application if I can file now after being denied. We can set up a consultation for you. If you go on our website, olalayelawfirm.com, you'll be able to set up a consultation for you. I don't give free consultation. This is free. This is a whole hour plus of free information. Anything specific to your case, you would have to schedule a paid consultation. Easiest way is to go on our website or text WhatsApp or regular text, and Lydia will send you the information there. Miss Freddie, that's so y'all see USCIs. Two have become one. This is why I love this show. Miss Ernest Sanctuary, the two of you, they have joined you together by force. You gotta be. I've heard the one I thought it was the craziest was, I have a friend who is the lawyer, and her client's green card came, and my friend, her photo, meaning the immigration lawyer's photo, was the photo on the green card of the client. You ask, why does immigration have the lawyer's photo to start with? because she just became a citizen not too long ago. I think about 6 months ago herself. So they have her information recently in their system, and her photo is on the client's green card. I'm not kidding. I thought she was joking. Like, that's impossible. Then she sent a photo. Well, no pun intended, but she sent a picture of the green card. I was like, I'll be damned. Just when you think USCIS, you think no, it can't get worse. This takes the cake. Like, your husband has now been stripped of his birthright of citizenship. Oh my goodness. We filed I-90 for change, but they did the same mistake. Okay, maybe sit down with a lawyer to find out what's going on. You did an I-90 and they sent you the same thing with your husband's photo? Okay. My sibling's petition was approved under 3 years. How long will NVC issue visa or process? It depends on when it was approved. What's the approval date? And that's one of the things I'd asked someone earlier on. What date there's, because they filed for I-45 based on sibling's petition. But anyway, I'm telling you, it is crazy. USCIS is something. Let's see. British just made co-founder of a U.S. startup in Texas. Can you advise on providing migration? We don't provide avenues, but you may be able to do an NIW or have the company sponsor you. But sit down with a lawyer to discuss your case and know what the best route will be for you. Okay. My case is eligible for expungement. Can I expunge and reapply? Sit down with a lawyer and figure out what you need to do. So, is it going to be a problem if you don't take your spouse's last name? No. Okay. Yeah, when was your sibling's petition approved? I would like to ask the same question from yesterday. What is your question? So what is your question? Sir, rather than just say you want to ask a question, just put the question in the comment section. Overstayed 46 years, got married, filed for vow, abandoned, left to my country, dating a citizen now. Okay, so what's the question? Can I file for a waiver? Oh, so you overstayed and you went back to your country without, and you've already overstayed without a waiver. You will not, so you can file for the 601A waiver after you. So are you married to a citizen now? I'm trying to understand is that what you're saying? You're remarried to a citizen now and the person is going to file for you? Either way, you're going to need the waiver of the unlawful presence because let me run this. You've already, depending on, so 46 years, you already triggered the 10-year bar. And so just so you know, because that's more than a year. But the underlying petition has to be approved first. And if you don't have anything, you just can't file a waiver just because you want to file without having something that is an underlying petition that you are the beneficiary of. I got my green card but haven't received my son's. What can I do? What does the update say? Does it say it's been mailed? Does it say it's just been approved and they just haven't mailed it? What does the update say? It was approved last year in June. Not when it was approved. Queen Me 238. Not when it was approved. When was it filed? What is the receipt date on that petition? That's what matters. When was it filed? Okay, I'm a citizen. I-130 approved for my wife. Now I have I-824. Can I refile? I already answered your question on Tuesday. I already answered your question. It's the same response I'm going to give you. So I already answered the question on Tuesday. Is it possible to expedite an I-130 petition? You can request for them to expedite any application or petition. It's just whether or not you have enough grounds for them to consider granting the expedited request. Can I file for a marriage green card for my spouse after she has been out of state? You mean she's been out of status? Is that what you mean, James? If she's been out of status, if she's been out of status and you are a citizen, then that's fine. I'm assuming that's what you mean, out of status, not out of state. If that's what you mean, then that's fine. I got my I-130 approved, and the I-45 interview schedule is a normal. They're doing a lot of that now. I'm seeing that, especially if your I-130 was approved rather quickly. For whatever reason, they're just doing that. And it looks like rather than the whole waiving your interview completely and all of that, for whatever reason, they're bringing people back for interviews. So it may be just because they want to see there's something in your record that they feel like, okay, we have to clarify this, or they just bring you. And sometimes it's just that the system reschedules it for, because I had a case in Montgomery where we got there and an officer was like, okay, why did we schedule for an interview? It's like, yeah, I'm asking the same question. And they go, oh, we haven't approved the 45, but that's what we should have done rather than schedule an interview. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, I didn't say that, but in my head, I'm thinking, so y'all made us come all the way here and to tell us that you should have approved it and rather than bringing us here, but you didn't think to let us know before coming. But you never know. There's so many reasons why that could be. Okay. It was filed in 2020. Oh, so USCIS is, so the embassy is working on cases that were filed in 2008. That's what they're working on now. So if that case was filed in 2020, that means you'll be eligible to apply for the immigrant visa. Give or take, was 12 years from, yeah, another 12 years, I'm thinking, because it's averaging 15 to 17 years for siblings of citizens to apply for adjustment of status or immigrant visa. It's ridiculous. You would think, okay, that's my sister, that's my brother, but that's the reality of what we're seeing. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Yes, that's if you go on the Department of State website, just put in visa bulletin in Google, it would give you the F4 category, what they're working with. So right now, even though you've got an approved I-130, you would see that if you log in to the CAC website, you're not able to apply to start anything because your priority date is not current. If you come in on fiancé visa, that's I answered your question earlier on. Should I consider work visa for my sibling who has so Queen Me, is your sibling here in the country, or are they waiting in their home country to apply for the immigrant visa? Are they here or back home? In the UK. Okay. So when you say a work visa, do you have a company? Do you have a company that you own a company where you are, it's a legal entity on its own? So you cannot just apply for work visa. It's a work visa has to be the person is coming to work for a company or work for a private employment, but you've got to justify what they're coming to do. And then you can, if they, I don't know what they're doing, but tell them they can research national interest waiver and see if they qualify to self-petition on their own. Okay, let's go to, I found my item 51 removal of conditions 5 weeks ago. They cashed the check 3 days later, still no receipt notice in the mail. What is the cause of that? You're telling me to figure out why USCIS hasn't sent your receipt notice. That's not something I'm able to do. Can you take my case? Mr. Fan, we've already talked about that, I think, twice before, and I already told you no. But you'll be fine. Your case will be approved soon. My case was transferred to a different service center. What does that mean? I'm assuming that's a VAWA case. That's happening in a lot of VAWA cases. If that's a VAWA case, that basically just means that it's going from the Nebraska Service Center to the Vermont Service Center. How long does it take USCIS office to acknowledge receipt for response to? They may not acknowledge it. You'll be lucky if you get an update saying we received your response or request for evidence. Sometimes they don't even update you, just get an approval or decision letter, whatever the case may be. I love that. Surviving USCIS and the immigration process is an extreme sport. If you can survive, you can do anything. Tell me about it, please. My question is about what can be done when you're denied green card because of deeds of marriage. I don't know about your case, so it's best to have a lawyer evaluate your case to see what the specific reasons were, and if that's something that can be, you're welcome. That can be, you can reapply for depending on what it was. Do you help with adoption? Yes, but I only help with adoption when you are completely done with the process in the home country that you're adopting from, and you've got all your documents from there. Yes, financial 12. That's for someone whose case was filed in 2020, and give or take, they're working in cases in 2008. So between 2008, 2020, that's 12 years, right? Someone calculated that. I think so. So that's it's a long process. It is a very long process. And a lot of people think that once you get I-130 approved for a sibling, then if they're here, they can file a 485. Please understand that they cannot. Most of the time, there's still a waiting period. And so if they're going to adjust status, they have to be non-immigrant status all through the whole time until they are eligible. Because once you file a 485, USCIS will take your money. They will not refund you the money. But then they will send you they'll send you a denial saying that we're denying your case because your priority date is not current and you're not eligible to file. And if you're not in status, that is putting yourself out there, your sibling out there, for them to be placed in deportation proceedings because they had no business filing that in the first place. So, just so you know. All right, let's see. My friend at the house, please tell me like to answer a friend question. Okay, what friend question am I answering? Okay. My friend has interview scheduled. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have that kind of relationship with my friends. Like my friends don't really tell me. First of all, I don't even discuss immigration stuff or work-related stuff with my friends. So, if we're doing friendship stuff, don't ask, I be all about business. Because if you really know me, call me Bisam. I shouldn't know. I turn it down. We don't do it. Yeah, we're doing business. And if you want to do business, go pay. But like all y'all, I have friends that just tell you things. Well, anyway, my friend has interview scheduled within 6 months of filing after her case was denied. Last after 5 years now. She's afraid of the interview schedule. What can she do? Your friend can sit down with a lawyer so they can review her previous case and make sure she goes to the interview with a lawyer rather than go by herself again. So that's what your friend can do. Does your spouse's criminal record determine your green card case? Unless the criminal record has to do with anything that falls within the Adam Walsh Act, sexual offenses against minors, generally that shouldn't affect your case in any way. USCIs, I'm telling you, you put the citizen's photo on a green card. That's a new one. That's a new one. I thought my friend zone was no. This is another level. You've just taken the guy that was born here from being a citizen, not placed him in permanent residency status. Yeah. I like that the two have become one. Oh my goodness. That's a good one. We're not covering from our friends. Okay. Y'all need to leave it alone. If my travel document expired while I'm on adjustment status, do I need to pay for renewal? So you're asking about advanced parole, right? I am. If it's are you asking about advanced parole? Is that what? If you're asking if your advanced parole expires while your case is still pending, you're not saying it expired while you're outside the country, right? Please tell me that's not what you're saying. It's expired, but you're in the country. Are you not going to be required to pay filing fees to renew it? I can tell if that's your question. Okay, then I can tell you if you're going to renew and get it in latest by Saturday, where it is postmarked before April 1st, you're not going to pay. I will tell you that I'm not clear, and I'm waiting till April 1st to use a USCIS fee calculator, whether those who had filed their cases and is pending, and you had the fee waived if you had paid $1,225 for 485, if you still would be able to renew those companion applications without filing fee. I don't think so, but that would be, we're waiting till Monday to use a calculator to see how that goes. But if you want to make sure you're not paying filing fees, I-131 is very, very fast to do. It's a 5-page thing. It doesn't take but 20 minutes or so or less. To just send it in, and so you know that you're not going to pay filing fees if you get it out latest by Saturday. Okay, you're in the country. Thank God. So that's what I would say to do. My EAD has been approved. My I-131 isn't yet. Does that mean I want to receive a combo card? I can't tell you whether or not that's what it means, but it's not the end of the world. There are a lot of people who have their travel documents as a document just by itself, separate from that. Okay. All right, people. I know we would always have questions. So it's been great. It's been a crazy week, but I thank God for being a vessel to be able to bless lives and praying and believing God for success and favor for all of our clients and everybody who has, it's been rush week for most people. I pray. Thank you. I don't need that. What I need is a prayer. That's what I need. The prayer and the support. That's my reward. And being able to see people's lives change. That's my reward right there. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Having testimonies and not giving up. I had someone who I consulted with yesterday battling the 204C allegation since 2017. And all I could tell him was, I'm a firm believer in if God brought you here, He is going to sustain you here. We don't know how the journey is going to be. Every journey is going to be different, but He's not going to bring you thus far. His word says He hasn't brought you this far to leave you now. He's not going to forsake you. He's going to fulfill that which He has ordained for your life. And it has to happen if God has spoken it. So that's all we can do. Just keep encouraging one another and believing and trusting that we're all going to be able to attain that which our hearts desire. And there's nothing that promises that the road is going to be easy. But as long as you keep going, God's faithfulness never fails. It never fails. So how does one reach out to you? If you have a case to discuss, please call our office at 334-341-4475 or send a text to that number on WhatsApp, and we'll be glad to help you. We'll give you the consultation information to set one up, and we'll talk about your case. Thank you, Ms. Abena. So for all the cases that were out this week, we've sent them out with favor. We're praying over them and believing God for all of those who are still waiting on God's favor And we're praying that, he would show kindness, he would show mercy, he would give us favor, he would give us that our expectations will not be cut off. That's what we believe, and we agree in faith, and so shall it be. And I wish you guys a happy Easter. Just as Easter reminds us of being nailed to the cross on Good Friday, and there was resurrection on Sunday. We're going to speak, and our Muslim brothers and sisters also going through their own fast and all that. We're all, whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, we're all in that holy period, for lack of a better phrase, trusting and believing as we all render our prayers to God, that he will meet us at the point of our needs. And everything that seems to have been dead in our seems to have been dead in our lives shall be resurrected, because his faithfulness is unparalleled and there's no record of failure with God. Happy Easter, everybody. See you next.